The hidden reason you feel empty, even when life looks fine. A spiritual wake-up call. Have you ever looked around your life and thought, everything seems okay? So why do I still feel empty? Maybe you have a roof over your head. Maybe your family is doing okay. Maybe you smile in front of people every day. But deep inside, there is a strange silence, a feeling that something is missing. You cannot explain it. You cannot touch it. Yet you feel it every morning when you wake up and every night before you sleep. What if that feeling is not a problem? What if it is a message, a spiritual signal that your soul is trying to tell you something important? Many people spend years trying to escape this feeling. They distract themselves with entertainment. They stay busy every minute of the day. They keep scrolling, watching, working, chasing one goal after another. But the emptiness remains because some problems cannot be solved by doing more. Some problems can only be solved by understanding why they exist. Today, we are going to uncover a hidden spiritual truth that has changed countless lives. A truth that may explain why you feel restless, disconnected, and unsatisfied, even when everything seems fine on the outside. Stay with me until the end, because the final lesson might completely change the way you see your life. The problem most people never understand. We live in a world that constantly tells us what we need: more success, more recognition, more achievements, more approval, more possessions. The message is always the same. Once you get enough, you will finally feel complete. But look around. Many people who have everything still feel lost. They reach one destination only to discover another empty road waiting ahead. Why? Because human beings are not only physical creatures. We are spiritual beings. Our bodies need food. Our minds need knowledge. But our souls need meaning. When the soul is ignored, a person can have many things and still feel incomplete. Imagine a phone with the most powerful hardware in the world. If the battery is dead, none of its features matter. In the same way, when the soul is disconnected from deeper purpose, external success cannot create lasting peace. This is why some people feel exhausted, even when they are doing less work. The exhaustion is not always physical. Sometimes it is spiritual. The soul becomes tired when it spends too much time chasing things that cannot satisfy it. And the sad part is that many people never realize this. They think the answer is simply to chase harder. But the emptiness keeps growing, not because they are failing, but because they are searching in the wrong direction. Spiritual lesson. Number 1. Emptiness can be a gift. This may sound strange, but what if your emptiness is actually a blessing? Think about it. If you felt completely satisfied by temporary things, you might never search for deeper truth. You might never ask bigger questions. You might never grow spiritually. Sometimes discomfort becomes the doorway to transformation. Many of the wisest people in history experienced seasons of loneliness, confusion, and spiritual hunger. Those moments forced them to look beyond the surface. Your soul knows there is something greater. That is why it refuses to be fully satisfied by temporary distractions. The emptiness is not always a sign that something is wrong. Sometimes it is a sign that something greater is calling you. Spiritual lesson. Number 2. Silence is powerful. One reason people feel disconnected today is because life has become incredibly noisy. There's always another notification, another video, another opinion, another distraction. But spiritual growth often happens in silence. When everything becomes quiet, we begin hearing truths that were hidden beneath the noise. Many people fear silence because silence forces them to face themselves. But silence is where clarity begins. Spend a few minutes each day without distractions. No phone, no music, no television. Just quiet reflection. At first, it may feel uncomfortable, but eventually, your mind slows down. Your heart opens, and your spirit becomes more aware. Sometimes the answers you're searching for are already inside you. You simply have not been quiet long enough to hear them. Spiritual lesson number 3. Purpose is more important than comfort. Many people believe happiness comes from comfort, but spiritual fulfillment often comes from purpose. Comfort feels good temporarily. Purpose gives meaning permanently. Think about the moments in your life that felt most meaningful. They were probably not the easiest moments. They may have involved sacrifice, growth, challenges, helping others, learning difficult lessons. Purpose gives suffering meaning. Without purpose, even comfort can feel empty. This is why discovering your calling matters so much. Every person has gifts. Every person has value. Every person has a reason for being here. Your purpose may not be famous. It may not make headlines, but it matters. And when you begin living according to your purpose, something changes inside you. Life starts feeling deeper, richer, more meaningful. Imagine a traveler walking through a desert. He's thirsty, exhausted, desperate for water. In the distance, he sees what appears to be a beautiful lake. Excited, he runs toward it. But when he arrives, it disappears. It was only a mirage. Again and again, he chases these illusions. Again and again, they vanish. Finally, an old guide appears. The guide points in a different direction. At first, the traveler hesitates. The path looks harder, longer, less attractive, but eventually he follows. Hours later, he discovers a real spring filled with fresh water. The lesson is simple. Many of us spend years chasing mirages. We believe the next achievement, the next possession, or the next distraction will satisfy us. But true fulfillment often waits in a completely different direction. A direction that requires spiritual awareness, patience, and courage. Spiritual lesson number 4. Gratitude changes everything. One of the fastest ways to transform your perspective is gratitude. Not because gratitude magically removes problems, but because it changes what you focus on. The human mind naturally notices what is missing. Gratitude teaches us to notice what is present. Each day, take a moment to appreciate simple blessings, the ability to breathe, the people who care about you, the opportunities still ahead of you, the lessons you have learned. Gratitude creates spiritual strength, and spiritual strength creates resilience. Spiritual lesson number 5. You are growing, even when you cannot see it. A seed buried underground looks inactive. Nothing seems to be happening, but beneath the surface, growth has already begun. Many people quit during these hidden seasons. They assume nothing is changing. Yet some of the most important transformations happen invisibly. Your character may be growing. Your wisdom may be expanding. Your spirit may be becoming stronger. Just because you cannot see progress does not mean progress is absent. Trust the process. Growth often happens quietly. Conclusion: if you have been feeling empty lately, do not immediately assume something is wrong with you. Perhaps your soul is asking deeper questions. Perhaps you are being invited into a new season of growth. Perhaps life is encouraging you to move beyond distractions and discover something more meaningful. Remember these 5 lessons. 1. Emptiness can be a gift. 2. Silence creates clarity. 3. Purpose matters more than comfort. 4. Gratitude changes perspective. 5. Growth often happens unseen. The feeling you have today may not be a dead end. It may be the beginning of a spiritual awakening. And sometimes, the greatest transformations begin with a simple realization. You are not lost. You are being guided towards something deeper. Subscribe us.